What's going on, guys? Bradley Martyn here. Listen, I want to talk about something to a lot of people that might be one of the scariest things. In fact, for most people at some point in their life is the scariest thing, but is the most inevitable, right? And it's not death, though that's one of those things. And it could relate to that thing. It's change. And I want to talk about this specifically to you guys because I know myself, I know tons of people I've spoken to, I know many people that have come to me and asked me questions about this specific topic. And the reason why it's so important to discuss this is because it's an inevitable. It's something that whether you like it or not, it's happening every day, right? Like you're not getting time back, you're continuing forward with whatever you believe in your mind, and it's going forward, it's further implying itself into your life, whatever the thoughts are, whatever the activities are, whatever the habits are, whatever it is that you're doing every day. You wake up today, you watch this video, right? I'm waking up, maybe tomorrow I'm wake up, watch a video, wake up, watch it. So what I'm saying is like these things are happening, and if you're not giving yourself space to recognize them, then it's happening regardless, and your path is not it is on your own accord because it's happening regardless, but you can make the actual space to get to where you want to go way faster if you actually focus on the change. And this is what I want to talk about. So guys, whether or not it is a change that feels like you went from A to Z, right? You did a ton of shit. I did a massive change. I changed my body. Right? Let's say I wanted to lose 30 pounds. I changed that. I did that. My life is different. My body is different. My mentality is different. That's a big change. And for a lot of people, that's a lot of people's goal, right? But to the person who has a hard time changing, who has a hard time creating change, or feeling like they can change, even if you start and you're changing this much, as in like, let's say, instead of today, me going to that restaurant that I normally go to after work or after school or whatever it is that you're doing, every day that you know is not benefiting you towards, let's say, for example, in this case, that weight loss goal. Okay, today I didn't go there. That's one piece of change to get you where you actually want to be. See, it's not always about going like these drastic measures, right? Sometimes you have to, and sometimes life will force you to make those drastic changes because you've avoided the call so many times. So many times you've avoided the call to make the change, to go to where you actually want to go. You get forced, you get pushed. And a lot of times then you have to pick up fucking pieces and try to get yourself back on some sort of semblance of a track that you feel like, okay, I'm good and I can do this moving forward, and you're not fucking struggling. And that's only because you forced yourself to change because you had to. But for those of you who are not looking to like hit a fucking roadblock or get smacked in the face, although a lot of us do, I know that I have, even if today, for example, you want to lose weight or you want to build muscle or you want to change your relationship, you want it to be better, whatever it is, right? You want your business to be better, you want to learn something brand new, you want to go in direction, you want to try social media, you want to do anything. Even if you spent today and did something that you didn't do for the last 6 months, a year, whatever it is that you know you should be doing, even if it's just a little bit. And what I mean by that is, let's say for example, social media. Oh, I've always wanted to shoot content. I've always wanted to be a creator, or I've always wanted to have this conversation about this with my partner or with my family, or I wanted to tell them this. Even if you just sat down today and made a plan in your mind, maybe you wrote some stuff down about this is what you're gonna do, that's a little bit towards that change, okay? You don't always have to take big steps. And that's what I'm trying to get you guys to understand. I remember at a point in my life where so much of my life changed every single year. So much change, so much change, so much change. And then I noticed, I don't know, in the last like maybe 6 years, the change, although I'm still changing drastically, the change wasn't happening as fast as it was or as I wanted it to, right? And what I recognized was I wasn't spending enough time doing the little details for myself that would actually help those things change. Because I was so focused on the big picture of the change. So I was so focused on like, I want to, whether it's open a new gym or I want to get my business better or I want to make my body better, I was so focused on there has to be this drastic like movement. And the thing that I failed to recognize was like how I got to that point in my life where things were changing so fast and it seemingly was so drastic. Like, oh my God, this is moving so fast. I'm having this success, I'm having this growth, whatever it is. All the moments leading up to that got me to that point were smaller moments, right? So obviously that's me having to understand and be comfortable with the, the sort of waves in life that you're not always on top, right? You're not always going in the direction you want to go. But as long as you're willing and you're open to make the change, to know that like you can go to the places you want to go, not always in the time that you want it, not always in the way that you think it is, but it's where you need to be. And I think it's really hard for people to recognize that fact because we're so caught up in looking outward or seeing like what we see specifically now. And this is like, I feel bad for a lot of the younger generation because their whole life is like through this lens that it's just become like, the perfect picture, this is my life, and it's amazing, and I'm 19 and I have all the success or whatever the fuck I did to get here, to get there, I'm a social media creator or like a crypto or some shit, and some guy's like, yo, I'm fucking 19, why don't I have what this person has? We've gotten to this point where it's so much easier to see the success of so many other people that we fail to look at inside ourselves to see like our actual successes that we have, although they may not be what we think it should be because we've looked at some outside lens of someone else's life that has nothing to do with our life. And then we slow ourselves down because that thought, now we're spinning that thought. Oh man, this happened, he has that, I don't have this, and what am I doing? Instead of thinking, okay, what can I actually do? What can I actually change? What can I actually make better today to get me closer to where I want to be? I guess in this case, where that other person is, right? Because you've created this sort of like ego connection to where someone else is, which is slowing you down. How do you get rid of it? How do you let go of it? Stop, write down, where do you want to be? Not where someone else is, where do you want to be? What is it going to feel like? What is it going to look like? I remember at one point in my life when I was like super young, I want to say I was probably like 16. I wrote down how I wanted to like look. I wrote down what I wanted my life to look like. I wrote down what I wanted my house to look like. I wrote about like tons of different shit, right? And did I get all of those things? At this point in my life, absolutely, I have all those things. How many years did it take? 10, 15, 16 years? But all those things became a part of my reality. Because at one point I was willing to sit down and say, okay, what do I want to change? What do I want to create? What do I want to have? Like, what do I want my life to look like? And not just think it and then go, man, I don't have it. That guy has it, and I'm on my phone now. That guy has this, and oh, that person has that. That girl got this, and I'm just here. Like, you have to be able to disconnect yourself from this fucking social media world. I know that we're on it right now, and I'm speaking to you right now directly, but you have to be able to disconnect yourself from this to allow yourself to be like here in real life with you. Where you're at, what are your thoughts saying? How does your mind bouncing around? Like, where your thoughts go when it's quiet? What's the first thing you think about, right? When it's loud, what's making it loud? What makes you feel like, damn, I can't capture my train of thought. Like, what is that thing? Going towards those things, writing them down, writing it down. I know this shit sounds crazy and it sounds like some fucking shit a school teacher might be like, yo, write down your goals and dreams. And it seems corny. It might feel corny even the first time you do it, but I promise you, I can look back directly on my life. All the things I ever wrote down became a part of my reality because I was willing to say, okay, I have this goal. This is what I want to do. I want to try to, I gave myself a fucking, I'll never forget this. I gave myself a make-believe timeline, essentially. I said, by the time I'm 24, I want to have $1 million. Did I have $1 million by the time I was 24? What do you think? I didn't. Just, I'm gonna break that to you. I didn't. I missed my goal by pretty much the entire amount, okay? 2 years later, I had well over what my goal was 2 years prior. So what I'm saying is, it's not always in your time, but you gotta be willing to make the change to make it a part of your actual time. We are in control of this shit. You only have so much time here. You only have so much life here. You're not guaranteed fucking tomorrow. You're not guaranteed to grow and be 80, 90 years old and live a fucking amazing life that lasts forever. You're guaranteed right now in this moment. And if you want what you want that seems like it's so far on the other side, you have to do what it takes today, even if it's just a fucking little bit to get there. Even if it's just one moment where you spend more time today doing something that you know you should have done, whether it's the fucking 20 minutes of cardio that you've avoided, instead of the things that you know you've been doing that aren't helping you get there, which is sitting and going to eat at fucking McDonald's or whatever the fuck it is that you know is not adding to that goal. Let's say in this case we're talking about the weight loss, right? Or the weight gain. Are you eating the food that you know you should be eating, but you've avoided because it's hard for you to eat because you can't eat enough? Or you actually put in an effort because, okay, this goal is important enough for me. But even if it's just that one meal that day, and then those 2 meals the next day, and then those 2 meals the next day, and then those 3 meals the next day, and then are you continuously building on each result, right? Are you actually wanting to make change, or you just keep talking the same shit every year? I mean, this reminds me of those New Year's videos where everyone's like, this year's my year. It's like, bullshit, man. Are you actually about it? Are you actually gonna do it? Or is it just another time where you're just gonna talk shit? Fuck the New Year's to do it. Fuck some special time to do it. Fuck all that nonsense that actually doesn't mean anything. Start right now. Listen to this video, get off this video and go, okay, what do I gotta do? Well, this is what I want. Where am I at? How can I get there? Write those things down. Just whatever you think, put them down. Go back, read it every morning. Read it every morning, okay? Did I do any of these things today? Read it the next morning. Did I do any of these things today? And then if you're telling yourself, no, I didn't, no, I didn't, no, I didn't, then guess what? You can't fucking blame anyone but yourself for not getting where the fuck you want to be in your life. Are you willing to make the change or not? I love you guys. Subscribe to the channel every week, posting twice a week. Yeah, and thank you, Nate. That was Nate's idea to talk about change today, but it's super fucking important because, listen, I mean, everything we have in life, everything that we think is fucking worth having comes through learning, losing, making change, adapting, growing, getting better. You can't do that without all those pieces. And change is one of the most important things, because if you don't create the change, then you just keep creating the same circumstances that you're trying to avoid. If you don't create the change, you're gonna stay in the same fucking spot, whether it's mentally or physically. Create the fucking change. I love you guys. I'm out of here. Have a great day. Sadly, dude, that's how it is.
Yeah, I'm looking bigger than Brad today. I don't know if you guys noticed or not.
No,
You see this
you just got
fucking
a pump.
tricep.
He's been here for 6 hours.
I haven't even done one workout yet. And I'm just saying, if you notice,
Bro, chat hates you, bro.
I don't care.
They say shut the fuck up. That guy should. They tell Nate to shut the fuck up, and they're mean.
Bro, you're fucking abusive to us. Nate,
no,
do you feel
I'm
abused?
not. I'm just telling you what the fucking chat says.
Nah, they low-key told me to shut the fuck up all the time.
And they're like, you just fucking dumb. They hate you. I don't know, bro. I don't know. You gotta talk to them. Talk to them. Ask them why.
Why? What did I do?
They'll tell you. They will fucking
Yeah,
tell
they
you, bro.
fucking
They'll
will.
fucking tell you.